Hi, I'm June Summers. This is my book, Let Freedom Ring. When Avery Archer, an 11-year-old boy, telephoned Ken Driscoll, a young accountant, and pleads for help in escaping from his kidnappers, Ken thinks the boy is playing a sick prank. But after several daily calls, Ken truly believes that the boy is in danger. When Ken contacts the local police for assistance, he learns Avery was abducted 67 years ago and eaten by alligators in a nearby lake. Were they simply prank telephone calls in the middle of the night, or was it a desperate cry for help? The calls eventually force Ken to examine what is important in his life: his job, his relationships with his fiancée, or the life of the boy at the end of the telephone line. This was my first book published, and it was published back in 2013. It took me years to get this book published. It took me 3 attempts to get this book published. Actually, the first attempt was by mail. It was before email was popular. And I struggled and sent I don't know how many letters out to different publishers. In fact, I started out with an agent. First of all, trying to get an agent, which was difficult. And then finally I got an agent, and that didn't work out. And I read in a little note on the internet that skip the agent and go right to the publishers. So that's what I did. After 3 attempts, this book was finally published. And if you're interested in reading my book, you can find it in the link on my bio, or on Amazon, or at my email to get a signed copy of the book. Thank you, and see you again.